A young mom vanishes while out for a jog, then reappears weeks later, shackled, bruised, branded, claiming she escaped a violent kidnapping. But as police dig deeper, something doesn't add up. What if the woman the nation rallied behind was never a victim at all? Sherri Papini was the kind of woman who seemed to have it all: a devoted husband, 2 beautiful kids, and a quiet life in Redding, California. But on the morning of November 2, 2016, something chilling shattered that calm. Sherri went for a routine jog and never came home. Her husband, Keith Papini, returned home from work and panicked. Her car was still there. Her phone was found later, lying on the side of the road, screen cracked, strands of her blonde hair tangled in the earbuds. A frantic 911 call followed. The small town of Redding was instantly on edge. For 22 days, Sherri was gone. The FBI got involved. News of the California supermom missing without a trace spread like wildfire. Search teams scoured the woods. Posters went up. Keith went on national television in tears, pleading for her return. Then, out of nowhere, on Thanksgiving morning, Sherri was found. Wandering along a roadside nearly 150 miles away, she was emaciated, bruised, had bindings on her body, and a brand seared into her shoulder. She told detectives she'd been abducted by 2 Hispanic women, held captive, and beaten. Her story was horrifying. And people believed her, at first. The country hailed her as a survivor. But investigators were already raising eyebrows. For one, her descriptions of the kidnappers were vague. Too vague. She claimed they wore masks most of the time. She couldn't give an exact location of where she'd been held. But even more suspicious, DNA evidence found on her body belonged to a man. Not a kidnapper. Not a stranger. But an ex-boyfriend. When questioned, the ex revealed everything. Sherri had contacted him months earlier, begging for help to escape her abusive husband. He said he believed her, so he picked her up and drove her to his home in Southern California. There was no kidnapping, no violence, no masked women, just a woman who left her family and then staged her own disappearance. Authorities were stunned. Sherri had gone to extreme lengths. She starved herself, inflicted injuries, and even branded herself, all to sell a lie. The motive? No one fully understood it. Was it for attention? A twisted escape? A cry for help? But the damage was real. Investigators spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and countless hours searching for a victim who didn't exist. A community was misled. The nation was duped. In March 2022, nearly 6 years after the incident, Sherri Papini was arrested. She pled guilty to making false statements and mail fraud, admitting it had all been fabricated. The branding, the kidnapping story, the trauma, it was a hoax. She was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison and ordered to pay back more than $300,000 in restitution. Sherri Papini's story raises a haunting question. How far will someone go to live a lie, and why? Let me know what you think. Was she mentally unwell, manipulative, or both? Write down pointing backhand index, drop your theories in the comments. Detective #like, share, and follow True Crime Cycle for more stories that leave you questioning everything.